Right, we are at Munich Messe, which is the Intersolar show. It's on every year. We've been coming for the last 3 years, and anything that is new in solar typically will be at this show. We haven't found a product that's seamlessly integrated, but that is a really interesting product. So all your new panels, all your new inverters, all your new battery tech, they launch it here, so you can have that as a plug-in solar home battery. Available in the UK?
Yeah, it will be.
It's like the Geneva Motor Show for cars, but it's for solar, and it's in Germany. If we head inside, if we want to find out what's going to be fresh for 2027,
we have an opportunity to do something new.
For the UK solar market, we should probably start with Sigenergy. First, we've got to find the Sigenergy stand, which was easier said than done because Intersolar is massive. This is just one of 13 exhibition halls hosting nearly 3,000 exhibitors for the entire week.
Right, we're in here somewhere.
Before we started and got stuck into these Sigenergy products, we wanted to grab a much needed coffee from the stand because it had been quite an early start for me and Cal. It is either 3:30 or 4:30.
It's 4:30.
It's 4:30 because Calvin's not updated the time in the jazz. Anyway, we got in last night at like 10 o'clock. We've been to Surrey. I got up at 3 o'clock. We got up 3 o'clock on Monday. Now it's Wednesday and we are so tired. But we are on the way to Manchester Airport. T2 baby.
T2 baby.
It's the best terminal at Manchester Airport. I think it was yesterday, today and tomorrow. We couldn't make it yesterday obviously because we were away. We can't make it tomorrow because I'm too tight to pay the rip-off hotel prices. Right, this is the Sigenergy stand. Now, we've had a quick look around. They told us before we came here, they have got a brand new battery for 2026. The end of 2026 is going to be launched in the UK, and it's going to be a price fighter. Now, we have seen it. It looks super premium. We're going to get a closer look in a minute because we've got someone from Sigenergy who's going to walk around this stand with us. What else have we seen? There's some new car chargers, and there is an alternative to the typical Sigenstor stack system, which I need to find out what the difference is between that and this new battery. We need to find our guy. We sort of got some idea you've got a new product.
Yeah.
This is the global launch of the new product on the hottest day of the year, which is great. We've seen a few things. I think I've seen one of them before, which was the car charger. We'll come back to that in a second. But Neo.
Yeah.
What is Neo? Because it looks like a Sigenstor, but you said it's not. Yeah, so I don't know. This is the first time hearing anything about this product. I thought it was a replacement for the Sigenstor. It's not.
No, it's not. So yeah, it's a very good question, Ben, and everyone, to be fair, is having that question.
Yeah.
So the Sigenstor Neo, it's a new platform that we have to offer a solution for the clients. As you know, Sigenergy started in this business 2022, but
Yeah.
we've been over 3 years now in the market. We developed the product 3.5 years ago. The technology has advanced, semiconductors, battery cells, things that we have done. Our R&D team has submitted new IP, so we have patents. So we have an opportunity to do something new, but the Sigenstor is not obsolete. It's very well still
Established.
at
That's
the
in market.
time.
Yeah.
So there is no need to replace. The Sigenstor will be an alternative, and both platforms will grow together. One of the main differences of the Sigenstor Neo, perhaps, that everyone talks about, is that it has a built-in gateway.
The grid backups in this?
Yes.
But
It's built-in, so you won't need the external gateway.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a more premium one?
From a point of view, because sometimes you obviously you're familiar with installations more than me.
Yeah.
So sometimes the Sigenstor is located on a location that maybe is too far away from the consumer board.
Yeah.
So perhaps bringing all of those cables is not necessarily the best.
Yeah.
So maybe a gateway is actually more suitable in that scenario.
I mean, that's going to be a big one.
Yes.
Like, the gateway for us is a massive product.
Yeah.
People are worried about energy resilience. Is it a backup port or a gateway? Like, is there a difference between the two? Because the gateway does whole home, doesn't it? Now, there was so much to learn about this brand new Sigenergy Neo that we just simply couldn't fit it into that one video. We were hit with that product on the day and we were trying to absorb everything where we stand today, we know a lot more. Now, we've actually had one of these systems delivered and it's ready for an install. Drop a comment below with your questions about the Neo and we'll be able to answer them on that video before it goes live on the channel. So if you don't want to miss that, just check, are you subscribed? Because only like 9% of you are. But what else did Sigenergy have in store for us at Intersolar? Why don't we go and take a look around and I can show you some of the cool products that were here, as well as a lovely little Sigenergy sing-along. And it's a brand new EV charger.
Yes.
And it's AC, but you mentioned something about vehicle to grid.
Yes, so one of the biggest difference is that this is an EV-AC charger, but it's bi-directional as well.
Right.
This means that you can discharge the vehicle as much as you can charge it. So you can discharge it to the house, you can discharge it to the grid.
Through the AC port on the car?
Yeah, so basically you take power from the vehicle and discharge it.
Something really important on car chargers is always, in fact we had this yesterday, someone's got a home battery, they've got a third-party car charger, and the car charger drains the battery. Can you stop the car from taking power from the battery with that charger?
Our battery or charger, yes.
You can do that?
Yeah. It's just an option in there.
Yeah, because Tesla doesn't let you do it, even with their own charger. So where that comes into play is basically, if you've charged your home battery up, let's say it's 30 kilowatt hours, your vehicle's 110 kilowatt hours, you don't want to dump the home battery
Correct.
into the vehicle. What this will let you do, even if you plug the car in and the battery spots a load, this will say, it's an EV, don't activate the battery to this outlet. And that is, I know that sounds really basic, but it's a massive hurdle.
This is portable batteries for end users, like camping.
Works with plug-in solar?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So you can have that as a plug-in solar for home battery, available in the UK?
Yeah, it will be.
It will be?
Yeah.
So you have 4 strings of PV?
Yeah.
And you can stack the batteries like Sigenstor?
Yes, yeah.
Amazing. How are you getting on with these?
They are just ENA compliant now.
And these do 2 panels. No, they do 2 panels.
We have 2 versions, 1-to-1 and 2-to-1.
1,500.
Yeah, so we have 400 and 500 watts on the 1-to-1 version.
Yeah.
And we have 800 and 1,000 watts on the 2 modules to 1 microinverter version. So essentially, this is our proposal for optimization on the roof or the string. If you have a couple of modules shaded, you can put microinverter in just 2 modules, and then this will be integrated in the ecosystem with your Sigenstor. You don't need to put microinverters on the whole string.
All right, okay, that's interesting. So you can have, rather than an optimizer, you can cross-populate micros with SP2 or Sigenstor or whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
right,
and
that's
they will work in parallel. Essentially, this will be an AC couple system in the eyes of the Sigenstor.
This is a really common thing. Like what we're finding in the UK now, people are looking to put panels everywhere. So people are like, I've got a garage, I've got a little roof at the back, and sometimes we haven't got enough to get the inverter to fire, or the battery's over here and this outhouse is over here. But now we can AC couple and integrate into the one app. You're not going to have secondary CTs or anything like that.
Everything part of the ecosystem, and you can see the high capacity of the microinverters on the 500 watt and 1,000 watt versions. Like the typical modules that you use for residential applications are below 500. So that means that none of your power will be clipped. So you are just subject to the conversion efficiency of the microinverter, which is quite high, and then you will store that energy.
This is pretty cool actually. Do you want to see this? Not actually tested this yet, but Sigenergy have a 5-point safety system. So they have heat sensors, they have all the batteries are in their own gel pack linings, the whole case is in a gel pack lining. You've got a PRV, which is a pressure reducing valve. When you get a sort of thermal runaway, you get an expansion of gas. Basically, the battery creates its own combustible gas and it builds pressure. This has a valve that discharges that, and as a final layer of protection, it has an extinguisher. So we have the temperature and the smoke sensors, fire extinguisher kit. So this is like simulating an expansion of gas. the battery's filling up, and then what it will do is then vent that gas via this valve here. So it'll vent that gas, that's what's coming out of there. So that's the idea of the PRV. This red hot cell in the middle has been heated to 25 degrees, and it's showing the barrier plate, the one behind it is 0 degrees. So essentially that's showing like a cell that's failing, maybe it's malfunctioning. These are like sort of the liners that go around the actual battery packs, and they keep them all separate. So if one has an issue, it starts to overheat. These plates aren't just there for like physical separation, they're like a thermal separation, so it stops it heating the next battery pack. Then you can activate the PRV if you need to, or obviously you've got the fire extinguisher as a last cause. So really, really safe batteries. We've never ever had an issue with them, but these guys are clearly thinking ahead. Now there is another product here which is not like new to the market, but it is a battery system that is new to Heatable, and it's the SP2. So this is their entry-level system that's designed to take on some of the players in that budget market. Now it is different to Sigenstor because it's not an all-in-one stack. You have a separate hybrid inverter. The smaller one is single phase, the bigger one is the 3-phase version. Now like I said, it's a cheaper price point. The one that we're really excited about and to see where it fits in this lineup is this Neo, because it appears to have pretty much all of the features of the Sigenstor. It's not quite Sigenstor money, but it is more premium than the SP2. One to keep your eye on. Right, it's time to wrap up this video. Now, we could have spent 3 days at this show easy, but what we would have found, because we do these things all the time, there's lots of repetition, lots of companies that you've never heard of, all sort of doing the same thing. Now, because we're on a bit of a time budget, when we hit these things, we need to go straight to the places that are gonna have the latest tech, the new products, pushing boundaries with the market. It's sort of a no-brainer to go to Sigenergy. They are taking this market by storm. And unsurprisingly, they had a load of brand new kit that we could make this content with. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Now, if you are interested in other content from that show, then we've got another video coming to the channel where we covered off plug-in solar and a product that can assist plug-in solar to maximize the savings. To be honest, at the show, it was everywhere. So that's going to be hitting the channel very soon. To make sure you don't miss it, check you're subscribed. And if you want to learn more about the Sigenergy Sigenstor, then this video on screen right now will tell you everything you need to know about that product. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Oops, sorry.